Hey, what's up guys? It's N Squared Sports coming back with another video. I am back in my hometown of Houston and on a fall break from classes at college, so I'm here to make some videos. The NBA season is 2 days away, so I'm going to finish this up. We're going to be talking about the Western Conference today. I'm going to be listing the 9 through 15 seeds according to me. So let's get started. Let's start with 15 and work our way up to 9. So 15, I have the Phoenix Suns. I have them going 23 and 59. They're one of the worst teams in the NBA. I feel like they have the worst roster in the West. I think the Wizards in the East have the worst roster overall, but they're pretty close behind. They have only 2 stars. They have Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton. I feel like Devin Booker is a really good player, but I don't feel like he can lead a team on his own. DeAndre Ayton helps with that, but he's only a second-year player. He's going to take a few more years to get really going and be a true top 5 center in the league. Other than that, they really have nothing, and that's kind of where the roster ends for me. And I just think they lost Josh Jackson, a player who could have been their 3rd player, and I think they need some more help with their just depth. So I have them at number 15. At number 14, I have the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're going 26 and 56, so a couple games better. Still not very good. I think Karl Anthony Towns is probably the 2nd or 3rd best center in the NBA right now, and I think he'll lead their team to 26 wins just kind of by himself. They have some other decent players. They have some decent defensive players, actually. When I was looking at the roster, they have Josh Okogie, who really is a pretty good defender, kind of came onto the scene last year and played really well defensively. They got Robert Covington. He's one of the best perimeter or wing defenders in the NBA. And they got Jordan Bell from the Warriors. The Warriors pick last year. He decided to sign with the Timberwolves. So they have some pretty good defensive pieces, but I don't think they have enough offense to really do anything. So number 13, I have the Memphis Grizzlies. I have them going 30 and 52. And I really think they're going to beat the Timberwolves and the Suns because they have Ja Morant. They selected him with the number 2 pick. As you saw in a previous video, I think he is going to be the best rookie of this last draft. I think he will be better than Zion, better than RJ Barrett. I really believe that Ja Morant is the real deal, and he is basically Russell Westbrook with a outside jump shot. And I think he's super athletic, and I think he will lead this team probably only to 30 wins, but really that's a lot from a rookie to lead them there. They have Jaren Jackson, and I think he will step up a little bit. They don't have the best roster ever, but he will step up. They got Josh Jackson from the Phoenix Suns. He's a nice complementary player. They also got Jay Crowder from the Utah Jazz. They got Jay Crowder. I think he is a nice pickup on defense. I really think he is a very good defender. So I think he'll help their roster, but I don't think they're going to be anything special. But Ja Morant really helps their case. So let's go now into the 12 seed. I have the Oklahoma City Thunder. They lost Russell Westbrook in the offseason. I have them going 33 and 49. I think they'll be much better, not much better than the Memphis Grizzlies, but I expect CP3 to at least teach their younger players how to play basketball. I think he's a good leader, one of the best point guards, one of the top 10 point guards of all time. He'll teach. They got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander from the Clippers in that trade for Paul George, and I think he is a nice young player, and I think Chris Paul will teach him well how to play the point guard position. I also like Danilo Gallinari they got from the Clippers. I think he's a nice wing player. He's a little older, but I think he's still good. And Steven Adams will be a good rim protector and a good guy down low. Pelicans, that might shock some of you. I have them going 37 and 45, but missing out on the playoffs with Zion. A lot of people think they're going to sneak in there with Zion. I worry about his health. He's already out for a couple weeks. And I just think his body, the way he walks, if you watch him walk, he kind of moves side to side when he walks. And his knees are kind of bent inward when he walks, and it kind of worries me with that huge frame of 280 plus pounds. For him to be that big and to move the way he does, it just kind of worries me, and I just don't know how healthy he'll be. I could see him playing half of the season only. And I think without that, they have basically the last year's Lakers minus LeBron. They have Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart. So I don't think that team without Zion will win many games. And I think Zion will be there for about half of their games, but I just don't think without him, I don't think they have the togetherness. I don't think they played enough together and they're pretty young already, so I don't think their chemistry will be quite right. And so it's basically all dependent on Zion and how healthy he is, because I think if he's healthy, he plays 70 plus games, they have a chance to make the playoffs, but I just don't think that's the case. So I have them at number 11. At number 10, I have the Sacramento Kings. I'm going 40 and 42. They're really close, but I think they'll barely miss out. I think their young core of De'Aaron Fox and Buddy Hield, they're a great backcourt duo, and I just think they're another year or two away from being really relevant and being in a playoff picture, because they really have talent around them. Also, they're building. I think Marvin Bagley will improve this year. He's a great, power forward / center. I think he'll be really good this year. They have a couple other young pieces that they can build around De'Aaron Fox and Buddy Hield that will pretty soon get them over the hump of making the playoffs. I just don't think this year is their year, especially with the West being so stacked. So finally, at number 9, I have the Dallas Mavericks. I think they will go 42 and 40, barely missing out on the playoffs, just barely. They have Luka Doncic, who a lot of people thought was going to be the next LeBron for parts of the year last year. They have him, and they have Kristaps Porzingis coming back. He looked really good during preseason. So with those two, I think they're a two-headed monster. They're both really good. Luka can handle the point. Porzingis is a 7'3" unicorn who can shoot threes. He's really, really good. So I think those two will win them a lot of games. I think Seth Curry is a nice pickup at guard. He played great for the Trailblazers last year. But I just don't think they have the guard play necessary to compete in the Western Conference. I have them barely missing out at number 9. So that is the end of this video. Pretty soon I will be posting the rest of the rankings, the 1 through 8, because the season starts in 2 days. So I promise y'all I will get all the rankings out before the season starts, so I can say that I did it before the season actually started. So stay tuned, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.